men's 100-meter final. And Powell gets a cracking start. Fasuba started well. Marlon Devnis with a little bit of work to do. Fasuba is pushing Powell all the way. Will Powell get there? He forces his way to the front and Powell wins it. It's finally a gold medal for the world record holder from Jamaica. Not as impressive as we were expecting. It was close until the last 10-15 meters or so. He was put under real pressure by Fasuba. But he finally delivered when he had to. Finally came away with a gold medal. This young 23-year-old wants to dominate world sprinting. He is the quickest man in the world. And today, he's learned how to win at championships. Was it as good as we expected? I'm not so sure it was. I was thinking we might get something under 10 seconds there from Powell, or did he just do enough to win? The Jamaican flag goes around his shoulders. Don Quarry, the man who won this title 3 times in a row, I'm sure would have been delighted to see Powell come away with the gold medal. But for him, it's been a bit of a journey that has probably taken a little bit longer than he would have thought. And there were lots of questions about whether he'd ever come to the Commonwealth Games, and it's been a decision that's been vindicated now. But didn't he run well, Fasuba?
Yeah, he did. Fasuba at one stage looked as though he might do it. And the point you were making about Asafa Powell, it is his first championship medal. Just look at him third from the right. It gets up very quickly into his running. Fasuba had a better start, most definitely. But this is the point at which Asafa Powell starts to get into his rhythm, although he's a little bit tight again. He's not the flowing athlete that we saw in the qualification, or he does ease down a little bit as he hits the tape. But certainly Burns was in the figure for medals there, wasn't he, as well? But Fasuba on the near side really got away well. Now, Asafa Powell, that will be a big psychological barrier overcome for him. When he comes up against the Gatlins of this world in other major championships, the World Championships next year, then, well, this will see him in good stead. Not having won one before, having failed in the Olympic final, he's now put that right. And there was some good company here. The Americans weren't here, but most other people were. And I think that that will give him a big, big plus. Was it as quick as we thought it would be? No, it wasn't. And there's a big difference between Asafa Powell coasting through in a rhythmic fashion in qualification and Asafa Powell under the pressure of a final. And I think that's just something he's got to live with now and got to come to terms with. He seems quite cool and calm, doesn't he, out of the blocks? Good knee lift, good use of the arms, comes up steadily. Eventually he will look forward, and he knows now that there's a little bit more tension in that body, and one would expect that. There, look at his face. That is now he relaxes a little more. He feels a bit more comfortable at this point. His jowls are bouncing. He's now in a little bit more relaxed mode. He can't see people peripherally. He can't see Fasuba, and this is the point at which he starts to relax. He just sits back, and he's very, very relaxed. And did ease off on that last stride. He did. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. The time 10:03. I think that was the same time he ran in the semi-final, but there was a different tenor of a race, most definitely, in the semi-final.
I'll bet there's a slight sigh of relief, maybe a big sigh of relief from Asafa Powell to have come through that without any injuries and to have finally won. Marlon Devnis back in 8th place, but the winner of the gold medal and the Commonwealth title from Jamaica, Asafa Powell, 10:03. Fasuba takes silver, and Mark Burns did come through for the bronze.